don't decide to ban it out, that they do leave it in there as an option for a team to use against them. But this is really interesting, the fact that now Na'Vi, they're playing Nuke. They've taken the time, after all these years, they've taken the time to really to really develop this map and have it as a viable map for them in a band pick.
Yeah,
and we need the in-game sound.
Need the in-game sound, and then we should be good to go.
Yeah, there we are. And this is the pistol now. Na'Vi on the T side here, starting off. iBUYPOWER have that advantage on CT.
We do. Na'Vi, they have bought a couple of grenades. So I'm wondering if they were going to try and flash their way in somewhere. I mean, seized. The fact that they have a smoke means they at least have the option of going for the B-bomb site, which is good news. Steel, though, is going to pick up the first kill, taking down Zeus. And now, I don't know. That's got to be annoying.
We saw that from iBUYPOWER, versus 3D Max yesterday on this map. Steel loves to get into hut. He loves to peek into lobby to get that information. And if he can, get a kill. I thought he was going to get wiped out there for a second because he was stuck in the corner. But okay, here we go. 45 seconds left, and Guardian is going to lead the charge into the upper site. There's already man Steel. He's lurking in the corner, and DaZeD is still on Dog. So much defense here for iBUYPOWER. It feels like everybody was on this upper site. Edward gets closed in on, and that is the start that iBUYPOWER were looking for. They managed to weather the storm.
And it was looking really scary. That little trick from Guardian coming in from main kind of caught the defense a fair bit, and now, well, that could have been the best possible start for Na'Vi. Because, as we said, like traditionally speaking, the old Na'Vi lineup that had Markolov and everybody else in it back in the 1.6 days didn't even ever play Nuke. And I mean, a little bit of that has actually translated into this Na'Vi team, even though they have a couple of new players. They still aren't big Nuke fans.
No, they haven't. I mean, they haven't been Nuke fans, like, if ever, basically. I think, it's still grilled into their memory, that Star Series final versus NIP. And did Swag just wallbang with the Pro 90? No, okay, it was a hot push. About to say.
Steel. Yeah. Mag 7 in the hut has been proven pretty effective in the past as well.
By who, Anders?
Yeah, I think used quite a bit by JW.
Bam.
We've seen like a couple of other people do it too. So, I mean, it's just anywhere where you can force people to get close to you is a place where you can end up using that Mag 7 pretty well. So, third round coming up, and it's going to be already an AWP and Skadoodle. And now we did go for a buy pretty early here.
They did. I mean, exactly. They're not wasting any time. They realize, well, let's just see what we can do with rifles. No nades, though, so this is scary, and Skadoodle's got that AWP. Now, it's Skadoodle. This is why he is seen as one of the very best operators in the scene right now, man. When he warms up, it's two fairly easy shots there, but still, just so quick, precise. Like, he is a force. And Nuke, iBUYPOWER, once he gets that AWP, you're thinking, well, it's like Fetish out there. He's just going to lock down that entire part of the map.
Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it? Because, I mean, I was talking to Corey yesterday when we were over at the main stage, and he's saying, well, Eric is like, he has that Iowa mentality, like a little bit relaxed, a little bit cool, a little bit, not slow, but a little bit, just lean back like that.
Oh,
and then
like
he got in the game, and he's just a maniac. He's incredibly fast and not at all relaxed and laid back.
I thought this was going to go like a totally different direction. Like, he just wakes up in the morning, and gets his work done. Yeah, man.
Good grenade. No, I was thinking more like serial killer type, where the neighbors are like, he was always such a good boy. We never knew. He helped us take out the trash, and then he's like a super sniper as well. We can't believe it. Edward and Guardian are going to be left here 2-on-3. They've actually done significant damage this round, Na'Vi. They're just out of time, which is a typical Na'Vi issue, and they also don't have any smoke, so going for this B-bomb side is almost certainly suicide. Swag has been discovered in the background here. Grenade rains out, and actually Skadoodle in the corner is going to be taking down Guardian for now. A triple kill here, and he picks up an AK and goes hunting for Edward. He really wants to see if he can do this, but he's going to stick with the AWP, and then Edward is going to be able to run down the clock here and survive the next round with an AK. Everyone else is going to be ecoing though, so I would say even a decent attempt from Na'Vi here to try and do some damage, but it just didn't work out.
No, it just resets them kind of here. Like, it didn't work out. They did manage to do some damage, as we can see. Like, the money isn't getting completely out of control here for iBUYPOWER quite yet. Steel is going to look to solve that problem here this round, basically. He's probably going to go peeking into the lobby again, just see if he can catch anybody rotating there from Na'Vi. Na'Vi, however, are focusing on Yard for now, it looks like. They aren't really interested in the inner site, the inner workings. They're going to be pushing out into Yard. Perhaps they're looking to just try and run down Skadoodle. If there's only one op, this is dangerous, but Skadoodle, he's way up here on Sky.
Yeah. And actually, Edward, is he going to try and make like a crazy jump happen? If only they had put two people up here. Well, Zeus is up here. Why? They could have boosted up here and... I wanted that to
You
happen.
want the style boost?
Of course.
You actually kind of have to like have really good air control to be able to make that as well.
They made it more difficult, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah.
Or did they make it easier? I can't remember.
No, it's more difficult.
All right. They scaled the difficulty the one way or another, I remember. But yeah, you need to be able to do it pretty well.
There's a couple of cool trick jumps on the cool like trick jumps, right? But you know, like jumping onto silo as well without having to get boosted, that sort of stuff. It's basically that. Put the time in, guys. It is useful.
Yeah. And you feel like a moron when you don't make it work. So I mean, there's always that going on. Good kill from DaZeD, and actually he's going to get boosted up on the hut. Not that you could just go up the ladder, but this is a little bit quicker if you don't want to run all the way around. Steel is going to pick up one more kill, finally goes down, and if they try and push in now, again, with very little time. Up on the vent, in fact, is going to be Swag, taking 3 kills in total, and a pretty easy round for iBUYPOWER. Now we're just trying to see if they can find the opening. And just to go back to the boosts, by far the coolest one, in my opinion, is the one where you end up boosting people up here. Oh, well.
Yes,
that's
the forest boost. Remember the last time we got to see them play Nuke? He did that. They get up on the pipe.
It's just a very, very cool boost. You can do it from yeah. There's a lot of different teams that have tried it, but it's one of those things where it ends up being used like 1 in 100 games. So when it finally happens, chances are you're not going to remember that people can actually be up there.
It's so cool. The last time we saw that was really neat. It's definitely not something we see too often here. Curious to see, is the Swag going to go for the wallbang on the silo as soon as they figure out that Guardian's lurking up here? The Skadoodle, he's about to take this battle. Guardian is there, just peeking around the pipe, walks out, and there's the instant headshot. DaZeD takes out Edward at the same time.
Skadoodle actually hit the first shot as well. He just hit him through the
pipe.
Yeah, through the actual pipe. So now it's going to be down to Seized here. The only one left. I think Swag got somehow burned down to 1 health and just managed to survive. So this is a different kind of round, and this is actually why in that first round where Navi bought when they got the 2 kills, I was pretty impressed, because even getting kills on Nuke on the terror side can sometimes be tricky. You see iBUYPOWER in this one and the last round coming out with almost everyone alive. I mean, Swag could have died here. Last round I think they lost 1 or 2 people. So this is the big problem. Yeah,
that is tricky stuff. AZK trying to style with the pop flash. It's not going to happen, but that is some fun stuff right there. They know where he is now, at least. Sees that he's going to be hanging around in T-spawn. So perhaps DaZeD is going to try and work his way around here fairly soon. Knows he sees it coming. 20 seconds left. That's a long time to try and live as well. See, that's the other jump on the silo that we're talking about. You can make that up there, but is DaZeD just going to camp this AWP? Does he realize that Seized is going to want to try and come pick this up?
And now he certainly does. Seized has got 3 seconds, and he dies before the timer runs out. So that's like the one thing you have to make sure if you're on the terror side. 5-0. I do sometimes wonder if there's going to be a level of Counter-Strike ever where someone decides, let's let the clock run out. Let's not kill him until the very last second. If we have him somehow boxed in, we just try and expand the box until, like, if he comes hunting, we'll just like try and fall back until the time runs out, and then we'll kill him. That'd be like the ultimate humiliation.
It's also extremely painful because if you live through the round as T side, as terrorist side, if you live through the round, you don't get money if the bomb isn't planted. That is, so it's painful to do that.
That's why people should. I mean, people could if you felt confident enough, but obviously you don't want that guy killing.
No, you're all about the humiliation, Anders. You're just like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Of course, man.
I'm curious to see what they're going to go for here, however, Navi. It does look like it's going to be an upper rush. I mean, smokes and flashes being set up for it.
I think they're going to try and plant right at the edge of the bomb site. At least with that many smokes, I imagine that would be the plan. Already, Zeus is going to go down, and actually, so far, nobody's planting anything at all. Zeus is waiting in the hut here. They're pushing in ramp as well. This is a thoroughly confusing round from Navi. I actually just have no clue at all what was happening.
That was it. That was it. I remember now the last time we saw it. The first time we saw Navi play on Nuke. Not the first time, but like the first time in recent memory, actually, just not too long ago. They did try this, and it didn't work because Seized ended up getting stuck in the hut. He got lost in the smoke somehow, and he kind of like he got caught on the door, so he couldn't make it out there, but you could see, and then he just got denied, right? But
So just to follow up on what we're talking about here, so you're just waiting for Seized to find a kill or either die, and he's going to take down Swag, and that's going to be the end. So what you can do, if you're playing an EQ run like this, there are like a couple of different ways you can plant the bomb on Nuke. You can either try and rush in Squeak, have one guy do a vent, and then quickly plant and B. That's the easiest way, without a doubt. The other one is something that Fnatic has been doing for a while, which is you actually smoke up right at the edge, because you can't plant right here. So if you just smoke off this area and run right at the hut and just sit down, put the bomb down really quick, you can do that. I'm kind of thinking that's what Navi wanted to do, but maybe they bungled some of the smokes. Bit of a shame.
I think it was just like basically solid guys. iBUYPOWER, the way that they were holding that A site made it just impossible for Na'Vi to get in there. They just got cut down before they could get through that smoke. Swag, however, real nice forward position there, and he drops the bomb carrier as well. Seas just drops it out in the middle of nowhere, and now things get tricky. Edward is going to find Swag, but then that opens it up for DaZeD to pick him off.
Not at all bad currently. Guardian does have the AWP, so if iBUYPOWER played too aggressively, maybe he could find a good return kill on somebody.
He certainly can. They have to play this carefully. Skadoodle, I think, is going to be the one who's going to get up onto Sky, try and hold yard by himself. Oh no, he's down in secret right now, so that's tricky. Not even in secret, he's in garage. He's just watching main.
I mean, they've loosened. They sort of fell back so far. iBUYPOWER at this point, they're not even guarding ramp anymore, which is a little bit of a worry if DaZeD is going to get backstabbed. But he's still around the ladder, so they won't be able to easily get up here. They do have a smoke on starix, so they can smoke up for the B plant. Generally, you want the smoke if you're going to try and put the bomb down in the B bomb side, and eventually Skadoodle gets caught. DaZeD is still waiting up here, taking a battle with everybody, and he gets killed. How on earth did starix land that shot coming up the ladder? That's incredible. Now it's going to be down to Steel in the hut, and the bomb is already going down. He takes down Guardian. Zeus is not going to die. starix is a hero in this round, picking up a second kill, and now it's ACK here. This could be Na'Vi's first round. Did they even try and make it out? ACK gonna have to try and see if he can do this, but he won't. starix with a triple kill. Great play from Na'Vi at the end. I can't believe that ladder play worked.
Yeah, me neither. DaZeD really messed that up, actually, because he could have picked up the first guy, Zeus, who kind of got caught on the ladder. He tried to come zipping up the ladder and get off of it, and then that awkward moment where you actually don't come off the ladder and then you're just kind of stuck there going up and down feels really bad. You just know you're doomed pretty much, but somehow Zeus makes it out of there, and then it's just DaZeD who's holding down on mouse 1. So that seemed like iBUYPOWER had the situation under control up until they needed to land the shots, and they just did not. So Na'Vi now, great opportunity for them here. They could potentially get a second round on the board. They have everything they need. Although Guardian, no AWP for him. I'm wondering if that's by choice or if he just didn't have the money for it. It doesn't look like it though, because they all have so much in the bank.
Yeah, he probably could have bought an AWP, but iBUYPOWER, they have some really good bank going on DaZeD, but actually everyone else doesn't have that much money. So I mean, another round win here for Na'Vi, and all of a sudden it's a very interesting first half on our hands.
If they can do that, Na'Vi open it all up here in this half. If they can just manage to find another frag here, they need to bring it back to a 4-on-4. Really, this is how it has to shape up. They need to bring it back to a 4-on-4, gather up, and maybe just try and bum rush into ramp, because only AZK is holding there. DaZeD is close by though, so that's a bit tricky. Flash out, AZK turns away, instant reaction from him, really well done. And starix, oh, this is everybody. 3 guys here for iBUYPOWER. If he tries to push through here with the bomb as well, oh, this is incredibly risky. Yeah,
I agree. AZK just walks right in, and starix is going to be going down, unfortunately. AZK waiting right at the edge here with 9 health, and there's going to be a follow-up kill from Guardian. Sees it's going to be dropped. Guardian the same, and Zeus lives just another second. Steel trying to make it look amazing, jumping and shooting mid-air, but no style punch this time.
I was a little scary. I was a little scared there for a second. Were you a little scared when he's just spraying and he's not hitting anything? I'm like, please don't let Zeus get his gun out, just like one tap you or something. Steel, no.
That would have been
Steel,
really
please.
funny. That would have been really funny.
All right. Well,
I've seen Steel on his stream knife people from this exact position where he just jumps down and knifes people jumping and coming in. So
where's that in live game, man? What's up, Steel?
Oh, Skadoodle, gotta be careful. He's actually gonna get shot in the feet by Edward, but there's just a pistol round or an eco round coming out here from Na'Vi. So, I mean, the fact that they get a kill is still good, especially because the AWP is kind of far away. Actually, DaZeD, is he gonna try and come and save the AWP from up here?
He could. I mean, it's also just a solid position to find himself in. Seized, gets the drop on him, but DaZeD will drop the hammer. starix, though, I mean, there isn't a whole lot of hope here unless he can manage to get down vents fairly quickly, but they should have a man watching lower sight or be able to drop down lower sight fairly quickly here iBUYPOWER, so it's not going to be really possible here for starix. His big thing is to be able to find another kill. And there you go. Nice pistol work with the P250. Now he's got a gun to work with as well.
Super impressive from starix. I mean, anything matters at this point. Just the more damage you can do to iBUYPOWER's economy, the better it's going to be. Nice backflip over the railing here down towards. That's actually, and a good landing as well. Landed right on his back, so, you know, There's some Ragdoll Olympics for you right there.
Oh yeah.
8-1 moving into the 10th round. It's Swag currently at 12-0-3, so pretty good ratio going on for him at 4, and that's gonna we're just gonna keep an eye on Swag. We should do that more because he's actually been playing really well.
Yeah, Swag. I mean, iBUYPOWER, they thrive when Swag is hitting shots. Him and Skadoodle both. It's kind of that 1-2 combination for iBUYPOWER. But
oh wait, Guardian. Are they gonna go and try and see if they can throw some grenades in? Yeah, so you can actually both flash and smoke. These are going to be flashbangs, I think, mainly. So, yeah, flash in for the ceiling windows and then try and rush. This, I think, actually has a pretty low success rate in spite of how cool it sounds. It feels like it's so hard to get people permanently flashed in here.
Exactly.
They're going to be flashed for just like a second, and then it's going to be... And you can see Steel, even just hearing the windows pop, he's already looking into the wall. Now he's going to jump down into the... Well, next to the vents. And back up. Well, are they going to keep going, or are they faking it?
They're faking it. They're going down a ramp, and AZK now has to weather it, but he's not going to do it. Zeus with the headshot. The entry there. DaZeD is here with the Molotov, however, and he's going to try and slow things down. Mad spray from DaZeD, and he finally connects, but it's way too long. He's down to 1 point of health.
Yeah, they have a Molotov for this, so DaZeD can actually get crisp pretty quick, unless they can't even get into him. starix taking a fight. He's going to go down. It's Swag on the hunt, picking up a kill, and Skadoodle will come up with the last one. So DaZeD surviving on 1 health. And he's going to get to live out the round. 9-1. Good idea from Na'Vi, because we saw the reaction from Steel. As soon as those windows pop, Steel definitely thought, all right, this is going to be an A push. And then they ended up pushing ramp instead. So there's another type you can do with grenades. You can actually throw grenades in where you land a smoke right here. And so that's also a really, really cool idea if you want to go for an A push. But Na'Vi, they're back to pistol, so no pushing this time with grenades anyway.
No, it's going to be pushing right into the arms of Skadoodle out in yard. They could get close here, though, but he's going to change up his angle probably and start looking just to block this off. Edward, in the meantime, has picked up Swag. He gets returned on by DaZeD. DaZeD with the double kill, in fact, takes out C's. This is all over the place. starix is going to get the drop on Skadoodle, though. Again, starix just so good with his P250. That's 2 kills now with the pistol. And iBUYPOWER taking way too much damage this round. They've lost 3, and this was just due to them kind of running in to a brawl.
And this is an unreal eco round from Na'Vi. Fact is, they can win this if starix walks around and just walks right into Steel here and just almost point blank ranges him. That could be good. Steel, though, is making his way up from behind, and the clock is ticking. starix, he's looking the wrong way, and that's going to be the end of the round. So really good stuff, though, from Na'Vi. A lot of damage dealt. And this isn't over yet, as weird as it sounds. 10-1 does not mean that Na'Vi have lost the first half, essentially. But I mean, if they can pick up just a couple of rounds in a row here, then they'll kind of give themselves a 4th round. It could work.
It could work. It's just they need to deliver here and now because they're quickly running out, right? So this is it. Now Na'Vi, what do they have in store for us here? Again, just kind of spreading out across the map. Once again, Guardian, no AWP. That bugs me. You know, it's like I want Guardian to have that AWP to be able to shut down Skadoodle or at least create opportunity in the yard area. Just open things up. You can even peek at ramp. AZK has been peeking there as well, but again, it's going to be the setup.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking Guardian is going to smoke the catwalk on the other side, because this smoke is definitely all right. He's going to smoke inside. So that's actually for the bomb plant.
Yeah,
you could go straight for it. Zeus is the one who has the bomb. Is he going to go in for it? No, he's running the other way again. Steel goes down to Edward. AZK now controls the bomb inside the radio room. And not for that long. It's back into a 2-on-2, so I mean, still some success, even though starix is low. And inside Edward's inside the bomb site, looking for a kill. He's going to take down Swag now. It's on DaZeD. 1-on-2. It's going to be now his big opening, but they give up the bomb. And now Edward. He's got not that much health. He's got the double kill, and he's got the AK. Just needs 1 headshot here on DaZeD, and that's pretty much going to be it.
And 35 seconds left on this clock as well. But Edward, as soon as he moves forward here, DaZeD just sees a peek, and there you go. DaZeD takes that battle. Sick 1v2 there at the end. DaZeD, perfect timing there to get out and stop the man from planting open, exposed. Basically, that is a bit of a mixed situation, right? DaZeD, he's there, he's got the right timing, but also Na'Vi deciding to plant for main. They had no idea where DaZeD was coming from. Edward had cleared out the back. I would have actually preferred Na'Vi to just go for a plant for cat, right? Because then Edward is looking one way, he's looking just straight up, and then they're both there, and that becomes a much more difficult situation for DaZeD to win. But because they decide to take it risky, it basically makes that round. It makes it so that DaZeD has to throw away the round, not the other way. So
yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like they maybe missed a slight opportunity. So
now they're making up for that. starix with the entry on Swag. Swag, ever since you've mentioned him, man, he's kind of been getting shot in the face. So the caster curse.
I didn't mean to. Seized starix with the good entries here. AZK is about to be shot from behind as well. Coming out of the vents, it's going to be Edward picking up the kill. And then, well, actually, sorry, Guardian. And that's going to be the end of it. Skadoodle goes down. A straight rush all the way down Secret, running into the B-bomb site. It's so fast, which is very unlike Na'Vi, that iBUYPOWER just aren't ready for it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they are going to force it up here, even though Swag didn't have a lot. This is a question of making sure that Na'Vi just stay on 2 rounds. But if iBUYPOWER lose this, we could be seeing an 11-4 finish, at which point Na'Vi can make a comeback.
Na'Vi could make a comeback from that position, yeah. I mean, 11-4 is still all right. Like, that's the thing. iBUYPOWER 11-4 is still all right. Yeah, it's going to be rough. DaZeD does manage to get the opening frag on Guardian, however, and this is going to bring things to a halt here somewhat. Na'Vi look like they don't want to waste time, actually. They just want to go in, and there's a perfect flash by AZK. He decides to overextend, though, and gets punished, but Skadoodle is there to watch from the rotation, and he's going to be able to help out. So Zeus is now the only man alive, just boxed in, and looks for the fight versus Steel. Steel, stop just soaking up bullets, man.
That's it. That's what he's there for. So the force-up works for iBUYPOWER. It's going to be 12-2. And the thing is, I think that that iBUYPOWER are going to be better on the terror side than Na'Vi are, essentially. It's not like Na'Vi haven't tried different things. I mean, you got to give them credit for continuously trying to come up with something new. It's just that, yeah, the American team is pretty damn good at playing on Nuke. This is one of their good maps.
Yeah, exactly right. They have a lot of experience on it. Swag in particular, we've seen some great work. Skadoodle as well. Skadoodle, speak of the devil, he actually goes down to Guardian, misses the flick, and Guardian finds the headshot with the AK, but then Steel comes back and takes out starix. So this is now just Na'Vi getting down into long tunnels. They want to try and cross to the lower site, but Swag from the vents will pick up Seized, and DaZeD is waiting on long, but he gets peekabooed.
A lot of damage. I mean, Edward and Guardian on 9 and 6 health is not boding well for Na'Vi currently. They need just a little bit more than that. So yeah, it's technically a 3-on-3, but it's not going to work out like this in favor of Na'Vi. This is going to be a really, really tough one for them to win. But maybe Edward up here, AZK, he somehow makes it up the ladder. Oh, wow. And is he going to take the fight or just try and run away? Edward does actually have a grenade, but he's going to get taken down. Steel finding him. Edward could have maybe landed that grenade. Zeus with a return kill, and Guardian is the one who has the bomb. If he somehow dies out here with it, that would be horrendous.
Yeah, look at AZK's position. Guardian should be able to find him. Although AZK, oh no, he looks towards Cat. Guardian misses the opportunity? He's just not wanting to throw away the chance to catch AZK off guard here. He's going to walk right up onto the upper site. AZK has no idea.
He's coming back up again, but he's going to walk right into Zeus, and that's going to be the end of it. So, incredible round from Na'Vi. 2 people on such little health, and they still come out on top. And iBUYPOWER maybe getting a little bit too anxious, moving around a little bit too much at the end, instead of just covering the bomb sites and worrying about that. So 12-3, and Na'Vi make it back. I mean, they have the buffer to potentially lose the pistol round. If they win the pistol round, then they probably bounce up to something that looks like 6-12, and you can definitely come back from 6-12 on Nuke.
Yeah, you can. I mean, CT side, Na'Vi. That's why it's such a pleasure watching Na'Vi, because they do still have cool strategies that they try and bust out, right? Like the fakes with the smokes, and everything is so ironed out, right? You know, everybody has their role. They just execute it excellent, right? They still get 3 rounds on their T side, but on CT side, that's when Guardian, it's like his time to shine. starix as well. Like, this is going to be really entertaining to watch now, how Na'Vi decide to handle their CT side of Nuke, because just in case you're tuning in, I mean, or you're unaware, you know, Na'Vi, for the longest time, years, they never played this map. They stayed away from this map like the plague. Like it had the plague.
Yeah, they're not big fans of it. AZK with a good opening, and that's going to be Edward going down now. This is interesting, because if Na'Vi lose the pistol round, it's going to be really, really tricky for them. I imagine Na'Vi are going to go for a pretty early buy if that happens. Guardian with a good headshot there on AZK, trying to bring it back. And they're going to keep roaming around. They want to catch Guardian, but they're not ready to fight on the ladder just yet. Good damage dealt to Swag. And still a lot more bullets left here for Guardian. He's still gunning for it. starix and Seized have picked up 2 good kills here. And Swag and Skadoodle, well, they're kind of all alone now. Skadoodle's definitely a little bit lonesome. And it's going to be a triple kill for starix. And Na'Vi winning the follow-up pistol round.
And Guardian just laughing as well. Just laughing so hard. Him playing in that position is just so crucial as well. But that was just iBUYPOWER getting ground down. Not Guardian, man. Guardian managing to hold that from that position right there. And Cat really stopped iBUYPOWER cold in their tracks. And iBUYPOWER at that point, they just got closed in on starix in particular, man. Just sick play from him. So now Na'Vi what happens? They've already got the rifles. They've already got everything they need. MP7 as well here on Edward. Guardian is going to pick up the first frag, but iBUYPOWER aren't really wasting too much on this round. They look like it's just going to be the fake, and nobody is here to stop it from Guardian. They're not going to make it in time. Just a second too late there by Zeus.
Just like we were talking about, this is the easier way of getting the defuse in eco rounds, making a big difference for iBUYPOWER. They didn't get the bomb plant the first round, so this is going to make up for it. Really well played by the North American team. I'm still hoping we can see the other version where you try and smoke up and plant here, but we get to see one of the two examples we gave, and it's going to be 12-5. Now, 18th round is coming up, and that bomb plant is going to spark a buy out of iBUYPOWER that they wouldn't have been able to do, including a scout on Skadoodle, which is kind of interesting.
Which is kind of cool, because he can go for the jump trick shots over in yard, behind the boxes, just try and catch Guardian off guard. Guardian doesn't even have his AWP yet. He's just sticking to the M4. It's still fairly early in the round, or in the half. But, oh, Edward, he gets the spray, but he does a lot of damage as well to AZK, so that's going to slow things down here for iBUYPOWER. They need to get past this point, and they have the smokes to do it, but they're just trying to run through the open, and Guardian is going to punish them. Na'Vi, they've got this on lockdown.
Another flashbang out from Guardian. He flashed himself in for the first kill, but this time he's a little bit slow, and they turned around for it, so not at all a bad kill coming in from DaZeD. A lot of damage being dealt here to Zeus. I think that was the scout. No, actually, yeah, it was the scout for Skadoodle. They got to be careful, though. starix is wrapping up behind them, so if they take too long in this position, they could end up being stabbed in the back.
Oh, nice shot by starix, exactly. Speaking of stabbed in the back, right? Skadoodle going to take the shot with the scout, going to miss it as well. Follow-up nade right on top of him. Skadoodle has to get out here in the open, and starix is going to find him. He knows exactly where he is, runs around, gets the headshot. DaZeD will be there to save. Well, no, not to save it, but at least to get the refrag. Still a 1v2, though, and 30 seconds left. But it looks like, in the meantime, guys, LDLC have taken Titan out in the quarterfinals. So that is it, a 2-0 win for the Frenchman.
Wow. Seized with the final kill here as DaZeD goes down, and it will be 12-6. Right now, I mean, I don't think iBUYPOWER is super scared yet, but they got to know. This is what we're talking about. You win the pistol round, you bounce yourself up to 12-6. And this is definitely, we've seen, this isn't even like a rare occurrence that someone would make their way back from 12-6 on nuke. That happens on a regular basis, I would say. Yeah,
it does. It does happen on a regular basis. Now the question is, Na'Vi, they're always so good on their CT side. I mean, clearly Overpass. I mean, they took 14 rounds versus iBUYPOWER on Overpass. And we do say that, at least for now, how the map is played out, Overpass, it's very similar to Nuke. Nuke, extremely CT-sided. So if Na'Vi keep their cool, they are definitely not out of this game, despite the fact that they're 6 rounds behind. Steel is already going to take some damage as well, so this isn't going to help things here for iBUYPOWER. They're on another round of eco. They have to try and set it up, but right now they're getting naded. They're getting roasted. They're stuck in a room, Anders.
And it's on fire. starix, he gets the first kill on Skadoodle. And, yeah, they have taken just a lot of damage. This is an eco round for them as well, but starix is going to be happy to pick up a bunch of eco round frags here, make himself look a little bit better. 4 kills for him. He's also at 21 in total, so even eco fraction, no, starix is playing a sick game, like he was yesterday. starix has just been upping his game massively. I trust that somewhere out there, it's going to be like Lurpus, someone is going to be grounding these stats in to see a little bit about how well starix has been playing.
Lurpus. Yeah, Lurpus will check it after like the HLTV admins and stuff have done it. Like now, though, now is the important bit here. iBUYPOWER, can they turn it around here? Skadoodle's got his AWP. He doesn't manage to miss it. Oh, nobody's out there for Na'Vi, actually. Nobody really holding aggressive in yard. They're kind of focusing on main right now. It's a double stack here. Guardian's going to be able to rotate back out, but iBUYPOWER could have 2 guys in an angle in a position to be able to pick him off if he decides to peek. Instead, they decide to leave Skadoodle alone. They've really focused on Lobby on controlling this outside area so that Na'Vi can't really push into them.
Slow round coming out from iBUYPOWER, certainly. Let's see where they're going to end up at. A little bit of noise made from DaZeD out here. They got to be careful because Edward is down secret. I love this position, by the way. This is like, it's such a valuable position for Edward because he can go back and help at B, and he can go back and help at A if he needs to. He can be pretty much everywhere. The only thing is it takes a while to get to this position if you're going to go the long way around. Over at the ramp, it's going to be Guardian going down as the first man. starix in the corner, not going to do too much, in fact. Skadoodle turning around a quick 180 to get that kill. And now where are they going to go with this? Can they get the bomb down? They got the smoke for it. Step 1 completed. They dropped the bomb. That's not really what step 2 is supposed to be in this plan. And now it's going to be down to Swag and Skadoodle. And Swag will cover the bomb. The sign covering up a tiny bit. Skadoodle has to come up big here.
He has to set it up, and he's already going to be looking for the shot towards it. He's in window room. How are they not realizing he misses 2 shots? 2 huge opportunities. Skadoodle, they had no idea. They just weren't even looking towards him at all, and yet he misses the shots that he needed to hit.
Yeah, that definitely make a big difference. So a huge opportunity for iBUYPOWER. They also lost the guy clouding the bomb. I mean, this is the thing. They had 1 smoke going into it, but you can use, I mean, in fact, if you saved all your smokes, the problem is you're going to want to use some of the smokes just getting into ramp room, right? You're going to want to smoke off this spot, for instance, and not get picked off completely. But if you had all your smokes, there's no reason you couldn't smoke window, door, and both vents. Then you'd be 100% secure, and you could go and plant the bomb. But generally speaking, you end up using all your smokes, or a lot of them before that, and we saw the result. Some of them got picked off even getting into the bomb site, and they couldn't win the after plant situation. So that's just what it's down to. Good opening kill from Steel, though. It's gonna do a lot for them.
He's gonna take Zeus, exactly. Man advantage situation. It's still Na'Vi going to be able to lock things down. However, they have Guardian with the AWP in yard. He spots the man out who is going for the hop, but he does not land the shot. So iBUYPOWER get the information that, yes, there's an op on the map. Guardian is out in garage right now. Edward, though, they don't know that he is lurking around the secret, and this could open things up because they're going for the same smokes as the last round. iBUYPOWER trying to cut up that map and eliminate Guardian from the equation. Edward is the failsafe for Na'Vi at that point. They can take their eyes off yard because Edward is here to lock it down and make sure that they can't get backstabbed through the tunnels.
Yeah, they're going to run in through the hut, though. Zeus with a pretty well-timed flashbang, but he's going to realize they're right behind him. He just has no idea. The timing working out incredible in favor of iBUYPOWER right now. So 3-on-5, and starix, well, he can't. They're planning right in front of him, but the smoke is just covering enough. And Swag is going to stay safe, and now another smoke goes off, making it almost impossible to retake from this position. As hard as it sounds, Na'Vi need to move away and save these rifles.
They need to, exactly. They've already realized that as well. There's no point, but they get spotted. They get cut off. DaZeD, they do manage to get rid of them. But now iBUYPOWER know this is a situation where they should be out and hunting, getting these guns off of Na'Vi, making sure that at least if they could find Guardian, that would be huge. AZK will find Guardian, and there you go. AWP is down. Edward lurking in the corner. He gets caught by Steel. starix will take out AZK. starix might live through this, although Swag is right here, and Swag just annihilates him. There we go. Great hunt there by iBUYPOWER. Na'Vi going to have to spend all of their bank this round. And really, this is where it gets so scary here for Na'Vi. Because if they were to lose this, that puts iBUYPOWER at 14 and Na'Vi in a force buy situation. And that is worst case scenario here for Na'Vi. The comeback would not be real, Anders.
No, it wouldn't. I think you're exactly right. If Na'Vi start to eco now, then the dream is pretty much dead. And it's going to be on Dust 2, which I'm desperately hoping for. I want to see more of this. These two teams are playing really, really fun Counter-Strike. Guardian is going to be taking down Swag. We need this series to continue. It's the quarterfinals after all, so we want as much Counter-Strike out of it as we can possibly get. Especially since the other game finished 2-0, right? We need this one to go a little bit longer. Grenade bounces in and actually takes half of Steel's health off, or at least close to. So that's definitely worth it.
Steel. I mean, this is really tough. They need Na'Vi to peek forward and give them something here. starix looks like he's trying to move up to get info on radio, but he has smoked that off, so it's not a problem for him to do that. No opportunity here yet for iBUYPOWER to really get in and get a freebie, although the flash, clever flash there. Zeus looking to see if they can come out the hut, but he is not going to have anybody to shoot at here. Guardian has stopped DaZeD from pushing in, and I think Guardian is still in the main position, so, oh, that's a big mistake there by starix. That can give iBUYPOWER the opening to get into ramp.
Look at Zeus. He was waiting on the hut, and when they don't come and find him, he's going to come and find them. He's not going to take no for an answer at this point. He's just jumping down behind them. They have no idea, and the rest of his team is actually doing just fine, but even if they hadn't, even if iBUYPOWER had a great entrance there, Zeus would have destroyed them anyway. So I like this. Na'Vi they're showing us some stuff here on Nuke that's still pretty cool, and that means now the eco opportunity that iBUYPOWER had to force Na'Vi to save a couple of times, now it's kind of all out the window.
Yeah, and this is, I was curious because iBUYPOWER, their money isn't really too good right now. Swag has got enough, DaZeD has got enough, but the rest of them are kind of low. Instead, they're going to go for a round of eco here to make sure they can buy up in the next round, or buy up fully with all the nades, and maybe an AWP for Skadoodle. I hope an AWP for Skadoodle. We need to see more out of him. But Na'Vi right now, that's some confidence. So, whoa, starix down to 8 HP just like that. Swag nearly takes him out in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, nothing but headshots at long range. What kind of weapon did he have? Was that
Swag? I think he had a CZ.
He had a Glock. He did that with a Glock?
No. That swapped out. Yeah, Skadoodle has a CZ now.
All right.
There's no way. Because you heard like one shot at that range. AZK, though, finds Edward, and now all of a sudden Guardian is going to walk into it. Headshot there from Skadoodle as well. This is big damage. This is potentially a game-changing here. Guardian could run right out, turn, Skadoodle annihilates him, and there you go. Skadoodle's like, great, now I've got an AWP for free.
Yeah, he can't stop the bomb plant, unfortunately. But still, it's a pretty good round.
Oh, when he gets the tag!
Second too late. Oh, wow.
He gets the tag through the cement, it looked like. Holy hell, Skadoodle. But look at that. You know, they get the bomb plant, they eco, and I'm like, oh, Skadoodle may be able to afford it up. And guess what? Guardian just practically, like, gift wraps it for him.
In terms of eco rounds, that was a really powerful one from iBUYPOWER. A lot accomplished. But now we are still inching the way closer. I mean, whereas iBUYPOWER in the beginning had that buffer to work off of, now, I mean, especially considering what happened in the first half where they sort of almost, I mean, iBUYPOWER almost made the round work. They almost won that game. And then they got to be worried here, I think, that something similar is going to happen, that they get really close and then Na'Vi still end up winning it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Na'Vi, I mean, if they decide to face versus Guardian like this, yes, this can happen. Steel is going to try and find the angle. He snuck past, but Steel, he's got his mate over in radio. I mean, Skadoodle is there to watch his back. Guardian, not going to spot it. Oh, he instantly reacts. Wow. Though. Steel missing a big opportunity there. And now it's just going to be Skadoodle. The battle between Guardian and Skadoodle. This is legendary. Skadoodle missing shots, and he's going to get flanked. And now he has to run right back into Zeus.
And that will be the end of it. No chance at all. So Na'Vi winning another round, and iBUYPOWER. This time they are pretty... Well, actually, I was going to say they have to eco, but they decide not to. Which, at this point, all of these decisions are really, really tough for the terrorist team to make.
Skadoodle, well, the Skadoodle had enough money thanks to the op save that he has enough for this one, and so I think that was pretty much like the deciding factor. They're like, okay.
Yeah, so
yeah,
like 2 sets, and then I think ACK has a rifle, but...
He actually, yeah, he's got a rifle. Yeah, he does. He has an AK. Okay.
But that's still pretty scary. I don't know. I'm not really actually a big fan of this.
A big buy. I mean, Skadoodle, really a lot of this rides on Skadoodle, I think. They finally discovered that Edward has been holding secret every round. So that's much to Steel's dismay. Skadoodle, like, a lot of this is riding on him. He needs to find a frag here. He needs to give iBUYPOWER some room to move. Instead, iBUYPOWER just decided to run right into the blender. Zeus and Edward down on long, and now just the remaining 2 members here. Skadoodle finally from Silo is given a target to shoot at, and he lands it, but it's too little too late. 2v4 now for iBUYPOWER.
I'm starting to get really worried here. That DaZeD map is slipping out of iBUYPOWER's fingers at this point. Guardian goes down as well, so a good kill from Skadoodle. But actually, this last 2 kills from Na'Vi have been pretty unnecessary. They could have just played it super safe in a 5-on-2 and never had to peek anywhere to do anything at all. So,
25 seconds, 25 seconds. They're running out of time here. Na'Vi are just, I mean, they're converging. They've given up the bomb control. That's all right. Zeus realizes all I need to do is burn more time off this clock. Skadoodle has to waste time looking at long. He's going to run back up to the upper site, but Zeus is here through the vents instantly, and there's going to be 2 guys alive. Nice flash through from Swag, but it's not going to be good enough, and Skadoodle can't get the job done. Seized with a double kill, and Na'Vi 1 round away from tying up this map.
26 kills from starix in exactly 26 rounds, so he's doing a pretty good job at the moment. iBUYPOWER, because of the force up last time, they have to eco now. And that's going to probably put Na'Vi at a tied score, 13-13. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, earlier in this half, I would have been really happy to see iBUYPOWER go for like a straight A rush. But if you rush A right now and just YOLO in there, which actually can be a really good strat, you're going to feel horrible if it doesn't work. Swag burns alive, and they try and get in here and get the bomb plant. Steel's a little bit too far away, and it's going to be a bit of a massacre. They actually do a lot of damage. And again, this is the A-rush working with pistols. What happens if you throw in rifles? It can definitely work. The problem is, if it doesn't work, you're gonna get the feeling like we just threw it around.
If you do it with pistols?
No, if you do it with rifles. I feel like, damn, we just all died in 10 seconds instead of like trying something more elaborate.
Yeah, it's such a gamble to go for that kind of play, really. It's such a gamble to go for that kind of play, because it's either like it's all going to work and you're going to be this perfect machine, you catch them off guard, or you're going to just get shot in the face. and trying to go for picks. It hasn't worked for iBUYPOWER. I would really like to see them go for a rifle rush and just be a fully equipped, straight out A rush and just get out there so fast. Everybody through Squeak. But it's not meant to be. Now, Na'Vi, Guardian has already picked up the entry frag here. He's done that several times now versus iBUYPOWER as well, peeking in from main with the AWP towards Squeak door. Because iBUYPOWER, they blow that door up, and all of a sudden, Guardian has a straight line into lobby, and he manages to pick somebody up nearly every time.
It feels like they might try and go in here anyway. Seized has the M4 up on the catwalk inside, and he could actually try and wallbang through. If he hears them outside, if he hears DaZeD jumping around up there, doesn't have too many bullets, but it's definitely possible.
Oh, he'll hear the steps, but now iBUYPOWER just trying for the wallbang. Edward is going to catch DaZeD. DaZeD, who is up on silo, probably trying to jump down onto main.
Now it's Starix's turn. Can he do a little bit more? He's been so good already. He gets the first headshot, ducks up, and it's going to be a second kill. A Swag goes down, and now ACK is trapped in an impossible situation here. He's going to pick up the first kill, but they're coming up from behind as well, and he's going to do the best that he can, and it's still not good enough here. As now Na'Vi take the round lead for the first time on this map. 28 rounds in here, and this is looking really scary now for iBUYPOWER.
iBUYPOWER have definitely got to be sweating at this point. I mean, it was the same story on Overpass.
Well,
iBUYPOWER
in reverse, but
yeah,
yes.
In reverse, except that now Na'Vi have actually broken through, whereas iBUYPOWER are still struggling, just desperately trying to get rounds on the board here. So this is now iBUYPOWER, 13 rounds. They need 3 more to take this map and stay alive in this tournament, but Guardian is not interested in letting that happen. Once again, he takes Skadoodle off the map first, and this is going to hurt iBUYPOWER. They need that op power. Guardian is going to take Swag. Zeus will find Steel, and now it's everything here. Na'Vi, 2v5. They have got it. Guardian, another shot, takes out DaZeD, and this is just AZK now alive, but not for long. Edward with the shout. Everybody getting hype over on the Na'Vi side of things here, but that is just Na'Vi taking full control of the map and Guardian just doing his job to perfection.
Yes, and again, I mean, a little bit like we were talking about on Overpass, just every time he takes a shot, he falls back and finds the next angle, and he keeps doing it, and iBUYPOWER cannot stop it. Now they're playing the final round with 2 C-75s. ACK has an AK on his back, we can tell, but somehow the HUD is a little bit messed up, and it's going to be another AK here on Swag, and this time they are going to go for the A YOLO rush, and well, Molotov is there as well. Guardian actually going to miss a shot. They are getting the opening frags. Can they really make this work? It's now or never. And right now it's a 2-on-1 as it's going to be ACK left alone. He goes for Edward, picks up the first kill, and that's it. Now we are heading to the semi-finals here at ESWC. 2-0ing iBUYPOWER 16-13. And then it was it 16-13 on the first map as well?
It was.
Oh.
16-13, 16-13, both maps. But Na'Vi, well-deserved battle there to be able to come back on the CT side of Nuke to do such an excellent job on Overpass. 14-1 was their first half score on Overpass on their CT side. They have just dominated through and through. And iBUYPOWER, it's a struggle, man. It's a real struggle, but they just couldn't do it this time. The North American hope are out. It is now down to Europe.
I am super surprised at this result. I really am. I would say Dust 2 and Nuke are like 2 of the really strong maps for iBUYPOWER. So the fact that they couldn't make this work is actually pretty shocking. Yeah. But it shows you that, I mean, we always knew that Na'Vi were a LAN team, but damn, they're on fire right now.
And it shows you that they are just so much, I mean, that they put in so much work to improve and to reduce what makes them weak, which is map picks like this, Nuke, right? They would have always had to, you waste one of their bans on Nuke, make sure that that's not in the pool so that they don't get caught like this. 6 months ago, Na'Vi on Nuke, they would have got demolished and we would be on Dust 2, and then all of a sudden it's anybody's map. But this, I mean, this is a new Na'Vi. They're showing that they're definitely here, and they're definitely here for the title, but into the semifinals.